Hello people. I did a video where I went out into the woods, but I thought it was so boring you guys wouldn't be interested, so I thought I'd make this one. It's going to be about making and shooting this little guy, the little forker, which I was playing around with. As you can see, this is not evenly cut, this is not well cut at all, and this was just because I just wanted to try it out and just see what it was like, and it worked really well. This is not a pinky hole, that's a lanyard hole, and the nubbin is what it's all about. That nubbin providing support there, that turns this into a perfectly acceptable hunting catapult, and you should be able to put full-size stuff on there. So we're going to turn this board into one of these. As you can see, this is very, very small. It doesn't get much smaller and still be full power. But I promise you, there's a lot of security in that grip. But anyway, let's get to making it. First, a little bit about the wood. This is just a hardwood board. A friend of mine, where it was a bloke in a local shop, he gave me some. And a family member picked this up for me. You see it's many layered plywood there, or multiplex. And it was just an offcut because they went into a pattern maker's, and hopefully I'll be able to go back and get some more, but we'll have to see about that. So I'm going to turn this into one of these, hopefully. Okay, first thing we'll do is measure out the very basic. I'll just match up the line there with a little bit of leeway. Make sure it's straight, and we'll have that bit off. Here's the offcut, and we're going to now do some measuring. I probably won't do this all on camera because it's best I get up close, so I can see what I'm doing. But yeah, I'll get back to you when it's drawn on and we can have a look. Okay, here we have the design drawn out. I hope you can see it in pencil. Here's the original, and you can see it's ever so slightly larger, just slightly, and yet the height is the same. Let's go on to the measurements. The forks are 3 centimeters each for two reasons. The first is that it's easier to target with the larger fork, I find, and it can also take wider bands, so ipso facto you can get more power on there. The whole thing is just over 8 centimeters, but that's just because the board is cut like that. I would have made it 8 centimeters exactly, but it was just over anyway, so we'll just fill it out. The finger grooves are only a centimeter or so in, and they'll be rounded properly when we get round to it. The base there obviously 8 centimeters. The nubbin is 2 centimeters by 2. So let's start with the cutting. I think we'll remove this wood first, and then we'll do that, and finally we'll take out the finger marks, finger grooves. Okay, the cuts are done, the initial ones. There's a bit off the bottom, the 2 blocks for the side of the nubbin or the handle, and the initial cuts for the fork. And we're going to get the coping saw now, and we're going to take out this bit, and this is why I've done these cuts, because it's easier. And we're only using 2 cutting tools today. My little pruning pocket saw, which you saw on the Bumblebee video, and this is the one I use in the woods all the time. It's just a basic gardening saw, but it's very, very useful. Very useful indeed. It's something like an 8-inch saw blade, I believe, and that's very handy, more than enough for what I need. So I've done those cuts with this saw, and whoops. Now I'll be moving on to the coping saw. This is the coping saw, and it's like a jigsaw. Very, very small, fine blade. Very, very thin on the depth, which means you can turn a corner but this is the tool that we'll be using to take out the fork and the finger grooves. So I'll get back to you when they're done. Okay, here we have the coping saw cuts, 2 finger grooves, and these I had to cut the fork into 3 pieces, but that's okay, it came out nicely. And here we have the rudimentary product. Now, it needs a bit of tidying. I think I can do it all with the file though. So I'll take off this bottom bit here, I'll round out the nubbin, file down all the edges, file in the finger grooves properly because we don't want them squared like that, do we? And then that should be just about it. I'll be back in a minute. Right, here we have it's all filed. You can see it's rounded there. See a little saw mark, it's accidental. And look, for some reason it worked out slightly lower or higher. Don't know why, it did, doesn't matter. The grooves, finger grooves, have a depth on this side, you see, not on the internal bit here, but on this side. And this actually surprisingly makes much more of an effective and comfortable finger groove, I find, pardon me, than one that's particularly deep. So, band markers obviously, but aside from that, that's just about it. I'll drill a lanyard hole in, and then we can band it up. Okay, this is the final little forker, banded and lanyard, and it's very pretty, I like it a lot. It's pretty comfortable. It could be more even, but that was my fault with the cutting. I don't know why I went off today, but nonetheless I've still got more board, and yes, I'm very happy with it anyway. It doesn't make too much difference because the angles are only small, but it certainly, actually it's very comfortable to hold actually. I'm pretty happy with that, and I think we can do some shooting now, and you can have a look. Okay, let's do some shooting. This is only a few feet away, but this is because this is the only way I can get them both in a shot in the flat. There was a little thing I wanted to say. There was a design by ZDP189 that was a very small carbon fibre slingshot. If I remember rightly, it was essentially just like this, but I can't remember what he was doing with the handle, and I'd like to have a look and see. So if anyone finds that thread, I'm going to be looking for it myself. If anyone finds it, let me know. Let's just do some shooting. Whoops. Oh, weird. Couple more. Okay, now we go on a special treat. Look at what I have. This is a sling bow that I made back when Yerb made his Christmas tree one, and I never showed it as part of my collection. But trust me, it works. It's a single band shooter, as you can see, and it's got the traditional lever mechanism, and it works just fine. Won't be shooting with it today, because every now and again we do get stray shots, so I don't shoot indoors. But yeah, just wanted to show you that because I left it out of my collection. And we have one other bit, this, which is a Milgro replica, and Hogan's Castings actually sell a very similar one now. This is the first modern catapult I bought. I bought a Barnett Black Widow a long time ago, and this was the first one I bought after I'd got back into slingshots on the Slingshot forum. And yeah, it's a beauty. It is great, but I don't use it anymore because I've got so many other wonderful catapults. But yeah, it's good to know. Okay people, that's just about it now. I don't think I can get any more out of this 4Q series, but to be honest, I love the little one. I love the 4Q, and I love this guy who we're going to make a proper version of in better wood. I gave away the 4Q to Sniper, Slingshot Sniper, because I like him. And these guys I'm really happy with them. They're handleless shooters. This is the original, because I gave the other one away to Kobe, who gave me a slingshot, which I'll review at some point. But yeah, hope you like them, people. I've been loving this handleless shooter idea. They're the smallest and some of the most comfortable as well I've actually ever used. But feel free to copy. Let me know if you want to know anything about them. Hey, 4Q, ladies and gentlemen. 4Q. Okay. See the orange spot just over there? That's my dinner bag. And I'm going to be shooting just about there. Here's my target. The 2-litre bottle there. It's actually quite a large target, but it's a hell of a distance, and I don't really practice, so it's going to take a few shots anyway. But yeah, I'm going to be using the little Forker and 9mm, and I pray to God that I don't hit this camera because it's not mine. So here's hoping. That first one, that was actually the first shot I did. I'm really quite happy with that. That is a ball bearing. Yeah, I'm really very happy with that. And the 4Q.